Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Sohile Ali Show, the only podcast hosted by yours truly, currently, actively, wherever you're listening, however you're listening, on a rock, on a coconut, how the hell you're getting this. Congratulations, you're just a revolutionary, aren't you? Guys, I'm very excited to be bringing you all a brand new episode of this podcast. By the time you're listening to this, it is the lovely Monday, January 27th, 2025. And January's still going on somehow. So, hopefully you've done something about it and tried to slow it down as best you can. And maybe you tried to stop an election as best you could. And turns out there is no stopping it, is there? Stop the steal. But guys, I'm very excited. This is going to be a great episode. We have so many things to talk about. We're going to talk about so many things, including but not limited to Paris Olympic medals being deteriorated for some reason. Target is rolling back on DEI. How am I going to be impacted by the rollback of DEI? Is this my last podcast episode? These questions and more answered in the next 30 minutes or less, because we're trying to get the hell out of here. Trump pardons all nearly 1,500 January 6th rioters. Are you off the hook? Check your name. Elon Musk did the craziest salute you ever saw. Don't want to see him before a basketball game. And Donald Trump, of course, signed 26 executive orders. He's doing a whole lot in his first week. Trump has been busier than, the busiest coworker you can even imagine. Your boss, when they're like, I'm sorry, man, I just can't have a meeting this week. I'm deporting some kids from their parents. It's insane, man. Can we circle back on this one? And I'll give you all a weekly recap what I was up to. I went to Chicago. Go. I went to Chicago, lovely city of Chicago. Had a wonderful time, did a couple comedy sets, and had a blast. So shout out to Chicago. You guys have pizza that I believe to be a little bit too thick. But listen, I ain't complaining. Certainly not about the women. And, we went to the Northwest IU basketball game. IU basketball, unfortunately, didn't show up, but we did. I'll give you guys some new jokes, pitch you some new jokes, see what you guys think about those. Plug some upcoming shows, and we'll be out of here. Does that sound good? I thought so. Guys, if you're listening on YouTube, watching on YouTube, please hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. I know you see it right there. You see that animation that just popped up? Wow. What a button. I said, look at this button. What a great button it is. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell icon to stay updated with all future episodes. And, of course, if you're listening on Spotify, what's up, audio listeners? I appreciate you. Don't do this while you're driving. While you're driving, I swear to God, if you do this, I'm going to kill you. If the action itself doesn't kill you already, that's not a threat. Please see my lawyer. If you are a lawyer and want to do pro bono work, hit me up. But if you're listening on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, please follow this. Make sure you turn on that notification bell and share it with a friend who you think might enjoy a good old silly time. This podcast is all about talking about recent news, pop culture, current events, my life as a stand-up comedian, earning just over $385 for the year so far. Thank you very much. Hey, we've been busy. Just kind of documenting this journey. And I appreciate you guys coming along the way. So let's just jump right into it, guys. What I like to do is I like to read a topic. This is not for you to learn about it. In a way, maybe you are learning about it if it is the first time you're hearing about it, in which case, good luck. But I like to riff on things, keep it loose, keep it fun, and see what we can come out of it. So let's see what we got with this first one here. So the Paris Olympic medals. That's right. The medals they give out in Paris. I'm sure they smelled great. The Paris Olympic medals are apparently deteriorating. That's right. The Olympic medals that were given to Olympians, naturally, at last year's Olympics in Paris are deteriorating. I thought France had enough problems when they freaking had sewage in their river. The mayor had to jump in a sewage-filled river to be like, it's fine, it's fine. Now that their freaking medals are falling apart, what the hell's going on here? Like, this has got to be, some kind of scheme from, maybe the manufacturer or something where they're like, yeah, come on, bring it back. We make do more. This is a French accent. We'll make more medals. Don't worry. They just wanted to, have another sale on this thing. I don't know. It's deteriorating medals. I mean, for God's sakes, watching the Olympics was enough of work already, and now you got to send your medals back. This is going nowhere. I don't know. Now, sometimes you have ideas. Sometimes you have ideas. And I'll tell you, if I ever have one, I'll let you guys know. But I don't know. They're tarnishing. This is a bad look for the Olympics, right? This is a bad look for the Olympics, the committee. Imagine you were that guy on the, what was that thing called? The pommel horse. He pummeled that horse real well, I'll tell you. But imagine that kid on the pommel horse, the kid with the glasses, Clark Kent of the pommel horse. He hops off that thing, hits that perfect landing. He's biting that metal. Remember, they bite the metal? I think they got to stop biting the metal. That's the problem. They bite the metal, and then they go, what the? Wait a minute. That was not, I'm not supposed to taste this. What is this? Freaking chocolate aluminum wrapping? What's going on here? So, guys, if you're an Olympian, and I know you guys are listening, we have a very athletic audience, let me tell you. From about 18 to 40, we got some jacked people, men and women. Don't look at my analytics. And you guys got to stop biting the metals, for God's sakes, because those Olympians bite those metals too much, they may not make the next one. So, guys, now we're going to talk about we're going to bring it back a little bit to the topic of something that I have personally benefited greatly from, which is diversity, equity, and inclusion. That's right. Even me, a white presenting man, straight, hetero as can be, and believe me, I've been tempted. Shout out to Sam Bob. Even me, a white presenting, heterosexual, straight male, heteronormative, I have certainly benefited from DEI, college scholarships. I wrote the hell out of those essays. You kidding me? I have been the benefactor of such programs. I cannot lie about that. And I personally know people who have been benefactors of such programs. So I am a big fan of diversity, equity, and inclusion. But with that being said, this is a comedy podcast, so we're gonna try to find the humor in it anyway. And listen, I only had to do blackface a couple times to get it, but they got the point. You know what I mean? Like I just kind of a little bronzer, a little like Blake Lively, a little bronzer, a little bit a little bit of twang in my voice. Let the hair grow a little bit, a little comb in the hair. They got the point. It all worked out. But diversity, equity, and inclusion is kind of coming under fire under 47th United States President Donald J. Trump. And the one of the latest headlines was, all these companies are rolling back on it. And one of which is Target. Yeah, that's right, Target. The people who brought you, Yu-Gi-Oh cards, $1 slushie, and outfits where your kids can tuck it. Is coming under fire because now they're actually rolling back on DEI policies. So Target becomes the latest brand to roll back on DEI after Trump gets elected. I don't think Trump shops at Target. Let's be honest, right? I can't see the guy. I can't see him walking in there, grabbing a red basket, even though he likes red. He wears red a lot. His whole face and body is red. I can't see it. I just can't see it. But Target's rolling back on DEI, It didn't take getting boycotted. It didn't take getting, rioted 5 years ago. But it took President Trump's second term for even them to be like, okay, you know what? Maybe not every granola bar box has to feature a person of color. We have the Sun-Kissed Raisins box. That's pretty diverse, She's a Native American woman. We buy her raisins so she can continue that great work. Like trail mix, electronics, black guy playing PS5. Yeah, right. Not in our America. So it's just crazy to think that companies now are like scared to like market how they do or like do their policies. But JP Morgan Chase is not afraid. That's right. You too, as a company, can stand your ground against President Trump so long as you have all of the money in the world. Then you can do it. Then you can be brave. So, speaking of Trump, it's been a week. It's been a week, guys. He's been busy. He's been very busy. He's been doing a lot of great work, a lot of work that he considers great. You ask him. And we've all just kind of been watching and following along. A few more things that happened last week. Trump pardons nearly 1,500 rioters from the violent January 6th Capitol attacks. That's right. So, if your name was called lucky number 1492, come on down. It's like Price is Right. Da-da-da-da. What'd you do? I assaulted a police officer, threw pepper spray back at him, and curb stomped a random civilian. And what's going on now? I am going home. All right. This has been The Don is Right. Bob Barker gets shot. This guy, he pardoned nearly 1,500 of those rioters. That's right. You remember watching that day? I do remember watching on that day. You know, I remember watching on January 6th, seeing all the crazy riots and seeing the Capitol being attacked. And I remember to myself thinking, you know what? These are a lot of good eggs. These are just some good apples, some fine eggs, you know, other grocery analogies, who just got looped in with the wrong crowd. They just got looped in with the wrong crowd. Hey, you know what can happen? You know, if all your friends jump off a building, would you go and try and kill Mike Pence too? That's what I thought. So you can't blame them. You can't blame them, man. You put me with 1,500 of my friends, man, you're not going to recognize what I'm going to do. That's not a threat. And, you know, that's what I remember thinking. I remember thinking on that day, man, one day Mr. Trump's going to get in there and he's going to pardon the hell out of him. I'll tell you, he will. And he did. And he didn't waste any time. So now, you know, you could be at the grocery store. You could be, you know, doing your thing. You could be at Target, you know, figuring out why there's so many white people on all the boxes. And you could be checking out. And then some guy behind you, you know, he puts his arm out there. And you go, huh, that's an interesting bicep tattoo. I don't remember the Viking being that big and popular. Fur coat, Viking. Wait a minute. You were in the Capitol, right? Yeah, you know, now just your friendly neighborhood civilian. And you know they're going to give their life for him now, you know. He spared them. He saved people from life sentences, 17, 18 years in prison. So, you know, I don't think Trump has to worry about anybody shooting him anymore, frankly. I think people are probably going to end up shooting themselves in the name of him, just like the rest of us religious persecutors do, smartly. You know, sometimes we go down a hole on this show. I just pick a path and I go, okay? For my friends in the improv community, get help. You guys know what I'm talking about. You just kind of pick it and go, yes, and yourself to death, and that's kind of where we got from here. So congratulations, man. Seriously, congratulations to all the January 6th rioters, man. Way to hang in there. And you know what? Try it again. Just try it again. One more time. I'm sure old Daddy Trump got you. Don't worry. He got you. He'll take care of you. Just go do whatever you want. Go, if you want something, go take it. Just go take it. He's got you. Don't worry. He's got you. Believe me. He cares about you for real, not just symbolically. Okay, let's talk about it. Hey, you all saw it, and so did I. Mr. Elon Musk. At least I thought it was Elon Musk, but if you unblurred your eyes, insert Tobey Maguire meme. It was actually Adolf. No. So Elon Musk ignited a controversial conversation last week amid a very controversial salute he did at a celebratory event post-inauguration for Donald J. Trump. So Elon Musk, in his excitement in thanking the crowd for getting Trump elected, gave it the old Roman salute. And I'll tell you, that hand was not on his temple, and that hand was just a little bit too straight. And you didn't need a protractor to see the angle of that hand, I'll tell you that right now. Boom, he just let it loose. Bang. A couple times, too, just to make sure you guys got it. He said one to the front and the back. Did you get that in the back? One more. Boom. So, yeah, right away people are like, hey, man, did he just salute like a Nazi? Did he just salute like a Nazi? At first, I was like, man, I'll tell you, these AI videos are getting pretty good. They're getting pretty good, dude. I almost said to my friend, I said, you see this AI video of Elon doing the Nazi salute? This is pretty good, man. This is pretty good. Wait, what? Oh, it's not AI. Oh, it was real? He actually did that? Okay, yeah, well, you know when you get excited and you're just so passionate about your country. Damn it. In the heat of the moment, you're in a group, and if everyone's doing something, you might as well. Shit. Listen, he's not from this country, okay? He's from a place where they do things differently, okay? They filter by race. Damn it. Okay. There is no There is no way around this. And like he said, you did not see that coming. Ha, ha, ha. This is going to get... I think he's trying to host SNL a second time because it was so great the first time. Elon, you are a clown. Now, I know he's listening because he consumes somehow every media on Earth. Because he is AI, Elon Musk does automatically consume every piece of media that's uploaded online. It's just a fact. Look it up. You don't have to. I did it for you. So, Elon, you're a clown. No one thinks you're funny. You're a dork. And if Trump wasn't in office, you'd be fucking irrelevant, frankly. But you're the world's richest man. So you know what? As one fellow man who's also benefited from DEI. Elon Musk is a DEI hire. Don't let that fool you. He's an African American. He is an African-born American citizen who Trump hired in a DEI move. Elon Musk is a result of DEI. How do we not see this? He is mildly autistic. His words. He's mildly autistic. He's an African-born American citizen. Elon Musk has benefited from DEI more than anyone else, let's be honest. So, if Trump wants to stand by that policy and roll it back based on merit alone, I can't think of any better merit to be based on than how you feel about America's last enemy in which the war was pretty close. Shout out to the late, great Norm Macdonald. So, yeah, man. What did you guys think about that? What have you been thinking about all this stuff? Let's check in. Let's start a conversation. Comment below. Let me know. What do you think? And I just have a funny sketch idea. So this is, you're at a basketball game before it begins and you see Elon Musk. Okay. Oh, wow. Hey, is that Elon Musk? Yeah, it is. Wow, holy crap. Yeah, that's crazy, man. This is amazing. Oh, they're doing the Pledge of Allegiance. We all got to stand up. Okay, yeah, cool. Oh, my God. End of sketch. SNL, hit me up, baby. I know y'all need some help. I'll help you out there. I'll be cast member number 18. I'll help out Wally. I'll do whatever you want. No. Because DEI is over. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. That's kind of been the week of news. And what a week it's been. Have you been following along? Hopefully not, because I want you guys to be happy and, well. But it's been, we have to follow along. We have to make jokes about it as we do, as we've done. And we're processing it all differently. I process through humor, at least what I think is funny. And I give it all to you. And you decide when or when not to laugh. And that's kind of the whole thing. So that's what we've been doing, man. And speaking of when or not you're laughing, I just went to Chicago last week, this past weekend. Had a great time. Shout out to the Chicago comedy scene. I hit up the Comedy Bar open mic on, what was that, Thursday night? Thursday night, Comedy Bar open mic. Shout out to Vic Panya, OJ, the real one. Y'all had me on the open mic. Appreciate it, man. Had a great little tight set. Fun little room right there in the heart of Chicago, downtown, right past Northwestern Women's Hospital, which I did not make any jokes about because I figured, the joke is on them with the administration. But had a great time there. And then Friday night, hit up Lincoln Lodge, the iconic Lincoln Lodge. Oh, my God. They have probably 10 shows every night, 4 rooms. Shout out to the Laughter Hours crew, Ariel, Bob, Queenie. Thank you for having me. I had a great time on that. Laughter Hours, great show, great fun. And this was an example of when being in the moment, being present, helps you more than just kind of getting into your set and being like joke machine. Because I felt my regular set was okay. There were a couple of rough spots, didn't end as well as I would have liked. And that was the regular set. But then the whole show format is you do your set, everybody does it, and then you go back out and do a riff set off of topics, suggestion topics from the audience, about 3 minutes each. And that set for me went better than my actual set for some reason. But the reasons were I was just more in the moment. I was a little more engaged. I was looser. It had been a few days since I'd done a set. Well, no, I did a set the night before, so that's no excuse, brother. But something about the riffing with the topic and just off the dome, trying to find the funny parts of it. That I really enjoyed that. I felt like I was more myself, and that's something I'm gonna try and do. Try to figure out my set and like, what is it that I want to say? What is it that I think is the most funny thing that I have? What are my best jokes? What are my jokes that get the best reactions? That's what you want your set to be, right? So, excuse me, COVID-20. So that was kind of my experience there. So I really enjoyed the show. The riffing was fun. Pulling out random topics. I got boomers on Tinder, and immediately I was like, well, it's just pictures of their house. Boom. Sometimes some of my best work is in a pinch, in a bind. And that's kind of a cool thing where you like put constraints on yourself. I just got back from the Hoppy Wobbles Pub open mic every Sunday, 7:30, Bloomington, Indiana. And shout out to Sean. And that's always a good time because you get to test out jokes for the first time. You get to just kind of throw it at the spaghetti at the wall, record it, and then figure out what works. A lot of the time, I'm just saying it for the first time there, and then we go from there. So it's a good time. Saw IU Northwestern basketball game. Shout out to the Hoosiers for at least playing a game and absolutely shitting the bed by the end. And that's to be expected with the Mike Woodson team, is it not? And I'm a pretty positive guy, but he has to go. Okay, new jokes. Let's do it. Let's give you all a few new jokes here, and we'll be out of here. I'll plug some upcoming shows, and we will be out of here, guys. So this is so messed up, but I tried it, and it definitely needs some work. But I have a girlfriend, shout out, and she's a white American girl. I got one. But and I try to be a good boyfriend. We communicate, we talk, we may argue sometimes, like every couple does. But I like to think I do a good job. I listen, I communicate. But part of me is still 100% an Afghan guy. So it's nothing I would ever do, but every so often when she's like telling me something, I'm just in the way back of my mind, I'm like, hit this bitch. I don't listen to it. I can hear it, but I don't listen. There's a difference. And I just have to acknowledge it's there. It's there. I'm not gonna do anything. I would never lay hands on a woman. As badly as part of me wants to do it, I would never. And this is not, these are jokes, guys. Just relax, everybody, relax. Dad, mom, relax. Hola, I love you. It's like, my girlfriend, she'll be making like a string of great arguments, great points, just logical flow. And I'm just way back of my mind, I'm like, we shouldn't let you drive. Like it's, guys, this has been the fucking COVID show. No, it's not COVID. I swear, I'm fine. Don't check up on me. Last podcast he ever uploads. And I feel like that's like, it's there. I have to acknowledge it. It's a deep, deep way thought. It's not how I feel. It's how a really small part of me thinks, but I would never, ever, I'm like, come on, at least I let you read. I don't know why. I just find that funny. Speaking of reading, I've been trying to read more. Some light things. Dostoevsky. Just keeping it light. And, like my girlfriend, she'll read a lot. My girlfriend will read like a book a week, I'm still working on the book I said I was going to read last year. Last year my goal was to finish one book. And this year my goal is to finish that same book. It's a struggle. I'm just trying to be consistent. It's a struggle. Because I look at reading a lot like I look at running a marathon. Like maybe once a year. I got to work up for it. It takes a lot out of me. And by the end, my nipples are chafed. So I don't know. I think I'm doing it wrong, maybe, the reading part. I don't know. Got to be working on it. Let's do one more. TikTok? What were we talking about TikTok? I don't think I had tried this one. But yeah, my dad joined TikTok like 3 days before it got banned. Yeah, shout out to my dad. And, can you think of a worse time to join TikTok? But people are selling their phones with TikTok on it. Like if you have the app on, it's like Flappy Bird. If you have an iPhone with TikTok on it on the App Store, you can sell that shit. I guess listings go up to $25,000. Great. Now people are paying to ruin their lives. That's great. What a great time. All right, guys, that is pretty much the show. I want to plug some upcoming shows. I'm doing upcoming live stand-up comedy performances. You can catch me at Go Bananas Comedy Club. Love Go Bananas. This Wednesday, January 29th, 7:30 p.m. at Go Bananas Comedy Club. That's in Cincinnati, Ohio, Montgomery, technically, Ohio, the Pro-Am Comedy Night. And then Saturday, February 8th, going to be at Fountain Square Brewing Company and lovely Indianapolis, Indiana. 8 o'clock p.m. That's Saturday, February 8th, Fountain Square Brewing Company. Also in Indy, more Westfield, but Field Brewing on Saturday, February 22nd at 8 o'clock p.m. Shout out to Quinn Schlegel. That's going to be a great show there at Field Brewing. Again, that's Saturday, February 22nd, 8 o'clock p.m. And all those shows are up on my website at sohile.com/shows. Guys, I appreciate you all tuning in, listening. If you want me to talk about something, if you want me to answer a question, if you want me to just feel your acknowledgement, I would really appreciate that. Leave a comment below. Let me know what you're talking about. You can comment on Spotify now on the episodes. You can comment on the YouTube video. Be sure to like it again. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell icon to stay notified with all future uploads. There's a new sketch on the channel. Check it out. Coaches after getting fired, press conference. Fun little video there. And we have those kind of skits. Stand-up clips coming, all these stuff coming. Podcast every Monday coming out to you. Also, be sure to follow along for all those updates. Guys, I love you. I've been Sohile Ali. Thank you so much for your time, and I will see you all next time. Love you. Goodbye. Real quick before you click away, thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, comment below, and subscribe for all future videos. Hit that bell icon to be notified for all uploads. Have a good one.